This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
About to bring gold back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
And how sweet it is! A state gold medal for the Union Scotties!
And the Neshannock Lancers are your 2A softball champions. The trophy lifted high.
The 10th seed Union Scotties are WPIAL champions.
Not a Cinderella story, a championship story here.
And your 2023 WPIAL 2A Girls Champions, the Shenango Wildcats.
The pitch from Bruce, here it comes. Look at this! Union wins it! The Union Scotties have rallied to win the WPIAL Championship.
The top local athletes and the top sports moments all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
Working down inside, and alley-oop, the young gun.
She'll strike it, and score!
Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
And we welcome you to George Washington Intermediate High School or Intermediate School for today's girls softball action. It's a win and get in situation for the Newcastle Hurricanes as they take on Western Beaver. Now a bit of an interesting flip here in this game. Western Beaver is going to be the home team in today's game despite the fact that we are at Newcastle's field. And we'll see what happens here with the Hurricanes. Big dramatic win on Monday afternoon right here on this field, Limon. And today in a position, if they win, they're in the postseason. This is the only way they can get in is they get the job done here today.
Yeah, you got to love those scenarios. For coaches, maybe a few more gray hairs to get, but you got to be thankful just for a chance to get in anyways. So the big comeback win against Moon. So now all the marbles on the table here.
Yeah, that game on Monday, great job by Olivia Hood in the circle, but it was Kiara Mangieri who had the home run to tie the game, and then Jasmine Calderero who had the game-winning RBI in a 9-8 victory in what was a wild and just very entertaining game here on Monday afternoon. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Maley Chiropractic, MVP Insurance, Luxembourg, Garbett, Kelly and George, Castle Asphalt, the Newcastle Transit Authority, Toshiba Business Solutions, Madure Bonner Law, Works in Progress, Penn Ohio Bottled Water, Gem Builders Incorporated, Doran Concrete, The Red Zone, Firefly Solar, City Rescue Mission, Something for Your Wall Photography, the Tri-County Principals Association, and by the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership. So we are about set to get started here.
And your starting lineups brought to you by Doran Concrete, laying the foundation for your team.
Take a look at them first. It will be Newcastle who will be at the plate first. As we mentioned, they are the visiting team here today. That was due to a schedule quirk, and I believe Western Beaver needing the game rescheduled. Newcastle agreed, hey, we'll host it.
Yeah, because they have prom on Friday.
So they were unable to host the game. Yeah. And Newcastle stepped up and said, you can play the game here, and we can be on the visiting side or on the visiting team in this game. So for the Hurricanes today, the same lineup that they trotted out there on Monday. It'll be Olivia Hood who will get the start at pitching. At the pitcher spot, she'll be the first one up here as well. Gabby Mangieri, Kiara Mangieri, Acelia Rose in right field, Jenilyn Nero at second base, Angela J at first, Raquel Young at third, Erin McCarter in center, and Jasmine Calderero is your flex here this afternoon. So it's Hood to start things out, and she is opposed here by Western Beaver ace Emma Bogaski, and She's had an up-and-down year in the circle. These two teams both fighting for positioning Newcastle for a playoff spot. Start things off with a 1-1 count. We're going to get a conference here real quick.
I have a feeling she's illegal, possibly throwing illegal here. That's my guess. I was looking down right now, but we will see.
Quick conference with
Actually looking at the ball. Defensive positioning sponsored by Medora Bonner Law, community firm with a personal connection and individualized service. Bagaki is on the mound. Zealy behind the plate. Maddie Syka at first. Kaylee Smith at second. Bella Coltriano at short. Izzy Lefevre at third from left to right. Lucy Tomkowski, Shay Shaw, and Abby Tomkowski. And they got things settled down now.
So we are ready to go here. It's
I think I saw a 2-0 count, but let me see.
2-0 count. It is 2-0.
Okay.
That one is in there for strike one. So 2-1 the count now to Hood.
First pitch delivery sponsored by Penn Ohio Bottled Water. Let Penn Ohio Bottled Water do the heavy lifting and deliver refreshing water to your door.
That one's in there for strike two, squaring the count at 2-2. It's again a gorgeous day here at GW, but the wind a little more prevalent than it was on Monday. Might affect some shots to the outfield as Hood gets out in front of one, and then it's fouled back to the net.
It's my first trip up here at this brand new facility. They said they're going to be having bathrooms put in next year, and we're going to have a concession stand and a press box put in next year.
Still got some work to do, but it is a gorgeous field.
Yeah, gotta love it. Kind of bouncy too.
And a big cut by Hood, a swing and a miss for strike three, and she is retired. So one batter, one out, and that'll bring up Gabby Mangieri, hitting .432, 5 RBI on the season. Big behind the plate, had a couple of great defensive plays in Monday's win over Moon. Kiara Mangieri on deck. And Gabby lays down a bunt.
And she's out.
Yeah, that hit her on the way, so she is retired quickly on one pitch.
Yeah, unfortunately, that ball she was out of the box, and easy call from our perspective anyways. When that ball hits out of the box, the batter can't believe it, but coach says, yep. Third base coach says, yeah, you were out of the box. For sure, that's an easy call. First base coach is going to ask for questions there.
Up next for Newcastle, number 7.
So that's going to bring up Kiara Mangieri. 4 home runs on the season, 462 and 15 ribbies. Big home run on Monday.
I'm not exactly how you score that. But anyways, it's an out. That's the main thing, is the 2 outs.
Quickly 2 outs, and that is in for strike one on Mangieri.
You don't see that call too often, getting hit out of the box.
First meeting between these two, no competition. It was a Western Beaver rout. Olivia Hood did not pitch in that game. Off speed, nicely done by Bagaki, and that is strike 2 to Mangieri.
Yeah, Bagaki, go ahead.
That one is low and away for ball 1. 1-2 the count now to Mangieri.
Yeah, Bagaki picked up her 300th career strikeout just this past week.
Yeah, they lost 10-2 to South Fayette on Monday. 4 hits, 5 earned runs, but did strike out 10. And again, the off speed's going to get Mangieri. So 3 up and 3 down to start things here in the top of the first for Newcastle. And Western Beaver's going to be coming to bat again. They are the home team here this afternoon, so they will get second crack at it.
Yeah, first time these teams met, it was 13-0 Western Beaver over Newcastle. So
let's take a look at the starting lineup for Western Beaver. Shay Shaw will lead things off, the center fielder. Bella Colatriano, the shortstop, and then it'll be Bagaki third. Izzy Lefevre at third base, hits fourth. Caitlin Zeal batting fifth, the catcher, and then at first base, Maddie Syka will hit sixth. Abby Tomkowski hitting 7th, Sarah Scott 8th, and Lucy Tomkowski will hit 9th.
Defensively, Hood on the mound, Gabby Mangieri behind the plate, Angelina J at first, Jenilyn Nero at second, Kiara Mangieri at short, Raquel Young at third, left to right, Alexis Moyer, Erin McCarter, and Asalia Rose. Your defensive alignment. Yeah, had a pleasure to meet Lori Leidick, the coach for Newcastle. Been here for 6 years and trying to find any information on her, and she said, no, I was from here, then moved out east, but she was actually on one of the first softball teams at Slippery Rock University back and went to the World Series for 3 years in a row for Slippery Rock, and that's before high school even had softball, so she was able to play softball at Slippery Rock. And she's got elected to the 2010 Hall of Fame in Lawrence County, and now we're still talking about
Jerry and Hood will have a conversation here.
I'm guessing now, I'm not even saying illegal pitches now. I'm guessing it has something to do with her uniform or a glove or something like that. Or the rosin bag possibly, or something that she's using laying out there. Yeah.
The umpiring crew's over talking to the Western Beaver side.
And we don't have a Henry sighting, so we will not have a rules interpretation of what's going on. It looks like it has something to do with that, about maybe how she dries her hand or something like that, because you don't have dirt on the turf, so you have to be able to do it. Now Coach Leidick's going to come over and say, okay, what's going on? Because she needs to know what the circumstances are going on here before this. And head coach Chris Coltriano is his second year here at Western Beaver. He's coached for many travel teams over the years, and he said it's just an easy transition. I said, except for parents. He said, no. He said, no. He said, the parents have been great. He said, these players are old enough. They know what they're doing. They know how to handle themselves. And he said he's had nothing but a great transition here at Western Beaver. Interesting, it's a single-A school playing 5A softball because of the co-op with Lincoln Park. So that sort of interesting that the school's doing that. So
still have a conversation going on over in that Western Beaver dugout, and not 100% sure what we're going over here, but they are talking to Bagaki, it looks like.
Yeah, you can see she has a rag or has something that they're checking out to make sure it's whatever's on that rag, whatever not, because the thing is, if she touches that rag, she has to wipe it off in her pants next, because it's sort of like the dirt too. Once you hit dirt, you have to make sure that there's nothing on the ball. So that's the key right there. She has to, if she touches whatever she's on her hand, you got to wipe it off and then touch the ball.
So we'll get things going here in the bottom of the first. Hood, by the way, on Monday gave up 8 hits, 10 strikeouts, 2 walks, allowed 8 runs, but only 3 were earned in the 9-8 win against Moon. Also drove in a run in that game as well, so she helped her own cause, but pretty sharp at the mound when needed. Really settled down in that game. Got some big outs when Newcastle needed it. And she is good to go here. Start things out. That one is low for ball 1. Hood did not pitch, as we mentioned, in the first meeting between these two.
Yeah, Coach Colatriano probably said, this is the first time it's been called all year.
That one is low again for ball 2, so quickly 2-0 to Shaw, the center fielder.
You always hear that come playoff time because it gets a little bit more strict in playoff calling illegal pitches. And it's like, she hasn't been called all year.
That one misses for ball 3.
Just outside.
3-0 the count.
Shay Shaw's going to be off to Slippery Rock to continue her career.
That one gets across for strike 1. 3-1 the count now to Shaw.
Yeah, all-state first-teamer, senior.
Hood going to work very quickly, but Shaw, staying patient, will draw the walk.
Up next for Western Beaver, number 8, Bella Colatriano.
Bella Colatriano is due up next, and then Bogacki, the starter.
Yes, coach's daughter.
Prime opportunity here, shows bunt, but pulls back.
Yeah, takes the strike, though, in the strike zone. Yes, at great field. Love the scoreboard here, too.
Yeah, and you can get into one. I mean, we saw Mangieri. That one's laid down. Hood, nice play to get the runner at first, and then a throw over to third. Nobody there. It was a wild throw anyway, and trotting all the way home and getting across the plate is Shaw, scoring all the way from first. So it's going to be 1-3 on the out for Colatriano, and then a throwing error as Shaw advanced, and that's going to be run number 1 of the afternoon, and Western Beaver takes a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, not a good throw there by Newcastle first baseman Angelina Jay. That ball just completely sailed, and Shaw, boy, she was aggressive first pitch strike, but a good throw. She's going to be out by 5-10 steps, but that ball just sailed on her, so Western Beaver takes the early lead.
Bogacki to step in there, rips one in the air to left. That is back wall and gone. That is in the backyard of the house all the way out and left field. A bomb from Bogacki, and it's 2-0 Western Beaver.
Oh, boy, our producer, Rob Natal, was just saying, how would you like to own that house back there? I said, I'd be selling softballs free for $1. But, boy, that was a long gone. That was a no-doubter.
That was out of the – there's a tree line in that backyard you might be able to see from our vantage point. That was beyond the tree line.
Yeah.
I mean, that thing was put in the backyard of that house. That was a bomb.
Wind is blowing out. So, first pitch does not count. Batter wasn't ready.
2-0 Western Beavers. They jump on board much like they did in the first meeting between these two. Newcastle with a penchant for comebacks here today is going to have to do it again and do so early on if they want to creep into these WPIAL playoffs. Hood delivers on 1-0, and that one is outside for ball 2. 2-0 the count now to Lefevre, the third baseman. Zeal is on deck for the Golden Beavers. Decked out in their purple, gold, and black. That one missing off the mark again for ball 3, so now 3-0. Rio pitch, and that is high for ball 4. Second walk issued by Hood. Western Beavers got another aboard for Zeal.
Number 19, Caitlin Zeal.
It's a little bit of damage and some problems here early on for Hood.
Yeah, Hood's going to buckle down right now. Like I said, this wind is blowing out, so anything in a jet stream could be a lot of problems we saw earlier.
That one's ripped in the air to center right at McCarter, who steps in there to make the catch. Lefevre is back to first, and there is 2 away now with Maddie Syka due up.
Boy, the old atom bomb hit her right on the nose, but Carter did a nice job of fielding that, not running in.
Hood, once again, misses with ball 1.
Yeah, you might have heard that Maddie Syka name for the basketball season. She's going to be playing basketball at Westminster. She played for Lincoln Park, averaged a ton, over 20 a game.
Yeah, Lincoln Park girls team was pretty good too.
Yeah.
They had a shot come the state tournament, WPIAL playoffs. Of course, the boys went on to win the state championship.
Yeah,
as expected.
Girls were undefeated for quite a while. They were like 21-0 somewhere in that line, and then a couple late losses.
And is in there for strike 1, 2-1 now.
Did you get a chance to call the boys' game?
I did not
no?
see the
Okay.
Lincoln Park boys game, no. in there for strike 2, squaring the count at 2-2 to Syka with 2 outs. And Hood and company in need of getting out of this jam here in a big way, already down 2-0. Hood low in there, runner taking off down the line to second goes Beaver, so she is in there safely. Syka will have a full count. Hood delivers, swing and a miss by Syka. And that is it for Western Beaver in the top half of the first inning. But they get the big homer by Bagaki and then a run scored on some good base running by Shaw, and they lead it 2-0. This is girls softball on the Lawrence County Sports Network.
Thank you for calling Axe. Where can we take you today?
To work, to the store, to Grandma's house. Axe can get you there, but it's much more than a ride. It's a joyride.
I'm helping people. I'm getting them out of their house. I'm taking them to their doctors, to the grocery store.
They say I'm entertaining. Okay, we laugh, we joke, we sing, we tell stories.
They're like family to us.
Even if it's the same day, to schedule your joyride, call Axe today.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Mathur and David Verratti want to provide you with a level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of their locations in Zingleople or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call
Firefly Solar is a proud sponsor of LC SportsNet. From our regional business partnership to our community benefits agreement with local schools, Firefly Solar is dedicated to being an outstanding neighbor and beacon of economic support for the Lawrence County community. Let's create a stronger energy infrastructure.
Acelia Rose will lead it off here for Newcastle in the top of the second. Eric Thomas Limon with you here. It's 2-0 Western Beaver. Take a look at our keys to the game here today, brought to you by Works in Progress Paint Services. Call Joyride 724-714-4294 to discuss your next painting project. Well, we could say it now. I mean, the key to this one is Rose fouls that one off the net first base side. You know, Western Beaver handled the first meeting between these two, so early offense would have been a key for Newcastle, but it's Western Beaver who comes right back and gets the 2 early runs.
Yeah, and you got to take care of we always say take care of the ball in basketball, but you have to in softball too. I mean, just you got to play error-free ball here today.
Good pitching by Hood would be a start too. She got into a jam in that first inning, but was able to get out of it as Rose looks in, now faces a 1-2 count.
But it's a young Newcastle team. And only one senior on the team.
After Rose, it'll be Jenna Nero, and that is in there for strike 3. Third strikeout already for Bugaki, who is on her game here early on.
Yeah, perfect pitch right at the knees.
Jenna Nero hitting 189, 9 RBI on the season, has that bright pink bat. Always interesting to see the bat colors of some of these players. That one is low for ball 1. 1-0 the count now.
Sort of like the shoe color for basketball. Yeah. You never know what you're going to get.
Nero steps in.
This wind is really rough.
It is picking up too as the game gets a little longer here, as Nero has to tiptoe around that one. Low for ball 2, and it's 2-0 now.
Yeah, we have the crowd mic off, but you can hear that wind whipping in our microphones.
A non-wind aided home run though by Bugaki.
Yeah.
That thing was crushed. Bugaki delivers, and that is low for ball 3. So good patience at the plate here by Nero.
She's just missing. And that, looking for that strike at the knees is where you want to put it. Just a tad low.
Bugaki set, fires. That is across for strike 1. 3-1 the count now. Jay on deck, and then if anybody's on, Raquel Young will get a crack. And the bottom of the lineup was so paramount for Newcastle's comeback on Monday. Really, we talked a lot about it during that game, where they would get some of their offense as Nero stays patient, draws the walk, And that is the first base runner of the afternoon for Newcastle as Angela J will step in.
Yeah, if you look at the back pocket of Bagaki, she has that brown rag or brown whatever is on it. So that's what the issue was, whatever's on that rag, but just making sure she has to wipe her hand on her pants.
In there for strike one, right at the knees on Jay. Jay hitting .222 with 7 ribbies on the season. Newcastle trying to extend its season, get in the postseason here this afternoon with a win. Right at the letters, the belt.
Yeah.
Good pitch that time by Bagaki.
I want to keep it a little lower. Possibly a J. It looks like she could have some power.
Bagaki fires, and that is low for ball 1. 1-2 the count.
What good pitch. Thought that was strike 3. So maybe a little low and in.
Jay gets set. Blue skies above us here, and a big cut by Jay, and she is down swinging. Another strikeout, the 4th already for Bugaki, as Raquel Young will step in for Newcastle. Last hope here possibly in the inning.
Well, you gotta love the working quick, huh? Go to the mound, let's go.
Only hiccup so far, a walk as Nero's gonna head on down to second. That'll be a stolen base for Nero.
What'd she get a jump?
Big time, and Newcastle needing that, trying to generate something here in this inning. That is the 4th stolen base on the season for Nero. The wind continues to howl. Young showing bunt.
Interesting.
And Nero with 2 outs.
Yeah. Bunt it through, too. I think she missed the sign.
Nero had a big lead on second once again. Couple of options here for an out for a Western Beaver. Low and outside is, or inside rather, is Zio had to move to her left to hold that in.
Yeah, interesting that Coach Laddick does not coach any of the bases either. She takes her spot in the dugout. Do not see that often either.
And a big cut by Young for strike 2. And now it's 2-2. Western Beaver up 2-0. That one's ripped and gets through second base for a base knock. Nero rounding third, headed home, play at the plate. She slides in safely, and Young with the RBI single gets the first run of the afternoon for Newcastle.
Yeah, Nero kind of tripped a little bit around third base, got a bad turn, but she was able to beat it in easily though with that RBI single. So big answer back there for the Canes.
Aaron McCarter hitting 125 now with a chance. Tying run on first. Shows bunt. That one is tipped foul. Back behind home plate.
Of course, if you're striking out so much, maybe get contact with the ball and play. It's the only thing I can come up with 2 outs while you're bunting.
Carter, who had that out recorded in the first. Big cut. Swing and a miss for strike 2 and quickly falls behind 0-2.
By the way, that RBI by Raquel Young, sponsored by Toshiba. You can call Dale 412-290-2156 for all your printer output devices and digital workflow solutions.
Bagaki delivers. McCarter staying put. That one low for ball 1.
I'll say one thing, is that this umpire is not going to call a low strike today, which is fine, as long as you know what you're getting.
1-2 to McCarter. Pop foul, net right above us. Stays alive at 1-2. Tying run on first. Newcastle down 2-1. RBI single by Raquel Young, drove in Janelyn Nero. Bagacki delivers low and inside for ball 2, and it's now 2-2. Right at the belt line, but low enough for ball 3.
Doesn't he look like McCarter wants to swing in those couple pitches? So let's see if she takes a hack now.
3-2. Bagacki delivers low, ball 4.
Wise, hey, get the walk. Good job. Didn't look like she was too interesting in the hitting there, but she got you the walk.
Number 9, Jasmine Calderero.
So here's Jasmine Calderero hitting .214, game-winning RBI on Monday, and an opportunity here with the go-ahead run at first, tying run at second. Big swing by Calderero for strike 1. Calderero, sophomore. Squares, lays it down, gets right to Bukaki, who pitches it over to first, and the inning comes to a close. But Newcastle does get a run on an RBI single by Raquel Young, a much-needed run. They do leave 2 aboard. And now they trail it 2-1 as we will go to the bottom of the second here.
Firefly Solar is a proud sponsor of LC SportsNet. From our regional business partnership to our community benefits agreement with local schools, Firefly Solar is dedicated to being an outstanding neighbor and beacon of economic support for the Lawrence County community. Let's create a stronger energy infrastructure while preserving the agricultural beauty of Lawrence County. Visit fireflysolarpa.com for more info about the Firefly Solar project. Firefly Solar, creating a brighter future in Lawrence County.
Castle Asphalt and Construction is driven to provide quality, cost-efficient pavement-related services to Western Pennsylvania. Every paving or construction service at Castle Asphalt begins with a thorough site inspection of the area to allow their team of professionals to become familiar with the unique conditions of your home or business. Once the site inspection is complete, Castle Asphalt provides you with a detailed plan of the design, cost, materials, and time of completion, so you know exactly what to expect during your construction. Visit castleasphalt.com to request a quote for your next project and make your dream design come to fruition.
Western Beaver has a 2-1 lead on Newcastle. And leading off here will be Abby Tomkowski. It'll be Abby Tomkowski, Sarah Scott, and Lucy Tomkowski.
Yeah, Abby going to be headed to Allegheny College to continue her softball career.
And Hood needs a quick inning here for Newcastle now that they got a little bit of momentum. And she gets pitch 1 across for strike 1. Home run by Emma Bukaki and a throwing error. Led to the first run. Great off-speed pitch that time by Hood for strike 2.
Talking about pulling the string.
Again, Hood, settled down a lot on Monday after some initial struggles, and that rise ball misses too high for ball 1. Good off speed again, hit on the ground to third. And Young, a high throw over to Jay, but they get it 5-3. Tomkowski's retired.
Yeah, luckily Jay has some height there because she had to stretch as far as she could to keep that foot on the bag there to get that first out.
So to bring up Sarah Scott for Western Beaver. Again, the corners are Young and Jay, and the middle infield, Mangieri and Nero for Newcastle. They were great on Monday, too. Their defense really locked down late in that game. That'll be key here as well as Scott steps in and takes strike 1. Punched in the air to shallow center. It's going to get down in front of McCarter for a base hit. And Scott is aboard with 1 out.
Yeah, just a solid shot right up through the middle there.
So Lucy Tomkowski will step in now for the Golden Beavers. Little insurance on first base. Back to the top of the order if she is aboard, as Hood's going to field that one cleanly and on to first. To put away Tomkowski, 2 gone here, and that'll go back to the top of the order. And Shaw, as Scott moves down to second base.
Yeah, perfectly done. You're going to like that strategy with the top of the order coming up.
Let's get to the top of the order and let your thunder take hold here. We've already seen some fireworks out of the first 3 batters for this Western Beaver offense.
Shea Shaw was first team All-State also.
Looks at ball 1.
I like the little addition of the LP on the left sleeve there, for the Lincoln Park reference there.
That one is pop foul, high and out of play, third base side.
Yeah,
you wonder at some point if those two will just ever fully merge and the co-op works, but
possibly. Yeah. Hopefully you get to do yourself a favor and get down to Lincoln Park and do a basketball game down there. Really neat old gymnasium that they completely redid. Midland High School back in the day. Powerhouse basketball teams.
Low for ball 2, 2-1 now to Shaw. 2 gone. Trying to get out of the jam here with 2-1 lead for Western Beaver and a runner aboard. Shaw, patient again, draws her second walk of the afternoon.
Yeah, I thought maybe I heard him talking a little bit about maybe ending the football co-op, but it was very successful over the year, for last year, for sure.
Bella Colatriano is back up. She grounded out the first time. Back to Hood. That's the sidestep ball 1 there. 1-0. So many co-ops from some of these schools. And that one misses for ball 2. But they seem to have found a pretty good relationship with Lincoln Park, and as far as how they share and what sports. That one's in there for strike 1.
Well, they're not far down the road, so it's a haul down there, down to Midland, PA. Western Beaver right before Midland.
2-1 the count now. Hood delivers that one is low, and that's going to advance the runners. As getting down to third will be Scott, and up to second will be Shaw.
Yeah, it's going to be a wild pitch. No damage as long as you get this out here.
1 count. Hood delivers, and that is in there for strike 2. Big time get out pitch here for Hood coming up. 3-2, 2 outs. Runner on third. That one is punched to second. Nero on to first, and the inning is over. So a couple of base runners, but no damage done. No runs on 1 hit.
At the end of 2 innings, the score.
And
Newcastle 1.
the score remains. Western Beaver 2, Newcastle 1.
Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Measle will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. Creative Edge gives you the edge design and construction meet.
For more than 120 years, people have been relying upon Martindale Hubbell's AV preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you're involved in a workers' compensation situation, you should do the same. LGKG has been AV rated for over 40 years.
Top of the third here at George Washington Intermediate School as Western Beaver has a 2-1 lead on Newcastle. Top of the order due up for the Hurricanes, and stepping up to the microphone is Lee Moon.
Well, thank you, Mr. Thomas. Welcome to Lawrence County. We have the long haul from South Hills of Pittsburgh or somewhere in that vicinity. Top of the order for Newcastle, Olivia Hood. She struck out her first time up. 2-1. Golden Beavers lead the Canes here in the top of the third inning. Win and take all game. We'll take a look at the standings in our May League Minute in between innings. First pitch, a little low ball one. Yes, love this facility up here. Probably not this year, but you would see probably next year getting some playoff games probably up here, especially with an all-turf field. Pitch a little low ball two. Now Mohawk also having turf for baseball and softball. Neshannock has the turf. That's 2-0. One low inside 3-0.
I do like what they did here, though, by going the whole thing turf.
Yes.
Instead of splitting that between grass outfield and turf infield. I mean, the infield's going to be the more important part to playing some bad weather.
There's a leadoff walk. Yes, if you're going to turf it, go full out. And I know money's involved and all that stuff, but I mean, over the long run, it makes sense. You're going to put $200,000 down, just go to 4.
Hood delivers. It's in there for ball one, 1-1 the count. In the top of the 7th, it'll be Hood, Mangieri, and Mangieri. That one is punched in the air in the gap in left center. It's going to one-hop the wall and stop there. Rounding first and heading to second is Colatriano. She is in there with a stand-up double.
That was a wind-aided double there. I didn't think that was the hardest hit ball, but boy, that just went flying, found the gap.
Beaver, number 18, Emma Bogacki.
And now Bogacki steps in. She had the big homer in the first. She's also singled and scored a run and grounded out the short today. And it's been pretty good on the mound, if I do say so myself. That one punched in the air, foul. It's going to get out of play and land just to the outside of the Newcastle dugout.
Yeah, James does decide to do the Mohawk Riverside away game at Riverside. We need about 250 foot of cord, extension cord, to reach power.
That one's ripped in the air by Bogacki again. That is going to be gone once again. A sharp line drive, 2-run homer to right center for Bogacki, helping her cause again. It's 10-3 Western Beaver.
Yeah, those line drives. Hard hit balls, no chance whatsoever. Bogacki's first one, a long towering shot. This one, the line driver at variety. Game breaks open here in the bottom of the 6th.
Solo homer, a 2-run homer, a single, and 3 runs scored for Bogacki today. And it is getting awfully late for Newcastle.
Western Beaver getting very close to clinching that playoff spot.
Now one fouled back. Hood with an 0-2 count, 1 out. That one's outside for ball 1. Three hits in the inning, 3 runs, 2 homers for the Golden Beavers. That one off speed misses away for ball 2. 2-2 the count now. Could get set, fires in. That is high for ball 3, 3-2. That one popped up. And that's actually going to get behind the netting here and out of play towards the street.
Yeah, at the end of this game, we'll have our Melee Chiropractic play of the game and our MVP Insurance MVP of the game.
Punched in the air to right, or rather to right center, and that was off the wall, and in with another double is going to be Lefevre.
I was going to say we try to hand it out to Lawrence County,
Beaver, number 19,
but
Kate
the way
Mansfield.
him and McGackey is hitting the ball with 2 home runs, 3 for 4 in the day, but we'll discuss that after we get off the Newcastle, more importantly, got to get out of this inning.
Zeal hits that one foul. Zeal has flown out to center, flown out to right, singled, scored a run, and then was picked off at third on that fifth inning. She was part of that unassisted double play at third by Young. That one is ripped to center. It's going to take a 1-hop, 2-hop all the way to the wall, rounding third and headed home is Lefevre. And another double on the board for this Western Beaver team here in the 6th.
And the winning run is coming into the box.
Number 17, Maddie Syka.
That is correct. 10 runs would end this thing right here. Maddie Syka's got a single and an RBI today to her credit. Also walked and scored a run. Struck out back in the first. Hood delivers, popped up, and out of play for strike one. 1-1 the count.
Probably manager might have a chance at that, but you can't allow any more runners here.
Big cut by Syka.
Oh, she wanted that one.
For strike 2. So 1-2 the count now. Off speed, and that one's hit foul. Back to the backstop once again.
Did a good job wasting that pitch.
11-3 Western Beaver. 4 runs here in the 6th. Syka trying to slam this door shut with one swing of the bat. That one is in the air to right, and coming on to make the play is Rose to retire Syka. Finally, second out of the inning.
It's like anything in the air, you just wonder if it's going to carry or not.
Next up for Western Beaver,
Abby
number 40,
Tomkowski will step in. She does have a 3-run homer earlier in this game, back in the 3rd. Once again, a home run here would end this game. It delivers low for ball 1. Tip foul to the backstop. Or strike 1, 1-1. Delivers off speed, ground ball right back to Hood, bobbles it for a moment, on to first, and the inning is over. Not before, though. 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and 1 left. 11-3 Western Beaver. This is girls softball on the Lawrence County Sports Network.
Nominations are now being accepted for the LCAP Team of the Month and the LGKG Male and Female Athlete of the Month. Log on to lcsportsnet.com/awards to nominate your favorite team or athlete today.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project.
no two companies create the same way. Toshiba empowers the art of business by uniquely enabling businesses to work with tools designed specifically for them. In a constantly evolving world, business communication must be agile, efficient, and fast. Toshiba is the company that helps you manage it all, from paper to digital to screen and...
Last chance here for Newcastle in the top of the 7th. Remember, they're the visiting team here. Eric Thomas Limon with you at GW Intermediate. 11-3 Western Beaver in front. Newcastle got 2 runs in the 4th to make this a little bit closer, but massive 6th inning for Western Beaver just now. 4 runs on 5 hits, including 2 homers and 2 doubles to essentially put this thing out of reach as Bogacki trying to close the door here. Hood has a 1-1 count. That one's punch foul.
Yeah, you get
strike 2.
You get the veteran broadcast move wearing a hat.
Outdoors, absolutely.
Yes. Me, I'm going to be burnt tonight.
In a box, no way. Outdoor, absolutely. Springtime, it's fair game if you ask me. Wouldn't normally do it, but springtime is fair game.
Understand.
2-2 the count now to Hood. Hood has struck out, walked, and had a 2-run double. That one is low for ball 3, 3-2. Hood, Mangieri, and Mangieri, if anybody gets aboard, Rose. That one is sharply hit right past the shortstop, Colatriano, and Hood is aboard with a leadoff single.
Well, she's 2 for 3 in the day. Hard hit ball.
Next up for Newcastle, number 5.
That's Gabby Mangieri. Gabby Mangieri, remember, she bunted in the first, and then actually the ball hit her outside the box, so she was out. She has flown out to first and grounded out to third in her other 2 plate appearances here today. Golden opportunity, though. Needs some runs and need a bunch fast. Takes a look there at strike 1, 0-1. Pop foul. And lands near the first base bag. Kiera Mangieri is due up. She reached on an error earlier, officially, and has struck out twice. So they really nullified her today. Pop foul by Gabby Mangieri out of play.
Yeah, officially reached on an error, but it's a tough scorekeeper there. Yeah.
Off speed and nicely done by Bogacki for strike 3.
She's done a nice job mixing speeds here today. Like catching Newcastle off guard at times.
Newcastle, number 7.
You got a good change up. It's tough.
Kiera Mangieri now up at the plate. Hood on first. Mangieri, you can hear Bogacki reach back and fire that one in. Bogacki pitch number 109 coming. And that one is high. He's throwing 78 strikes here this afternoon. 2-0 the count.
Of course, no pitch count in softball. Much different way you throw the ball.
Down to first, and Syka dropped the ball anyway.
I've been waiting for that because Hood's been dancing down there in between pitches. I was waiting for Zila to throw the ball. Almost got her.
3-0 pitch. Roped in the air towards left, and on to make the play there is Tomkowski. Hood will retreat, and there are 2 away. So Celia Rose. Last hope here for Newcastle. 2 gone and Hood on first. Chip foul for strike 1.
Like Hood was taken off in that pitch. Down 8 runs.
Big cut by Rose for strike 2. That one is hit foul. And there to make the catch in foul territory is Zeal, and that is going to do it. So Western Beaver wins it 11-3. Newcastle has been eliminated from playoff contention. They will have their non-con games coming up. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left to end it. We'll take a timeout, come back, add up the numbers, post-game show, give out our awards. You're watching girls softball on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
More and more, people are consuming information on screens. Businesses that want to engage, educate, or entertain clients are turning to Toshiba to provide inspired communication with digital signage experiences that attract attention in novel and entertaining ways. Information needs to be managed to be effective, and organizations can trust Toshiba to provide solutions for improved workflow, which help to securely store, organize, and manage information, whether in digital or physical form. Toshiba, empowering the art of business.
For more than 120 years, people have relied on Martindale-Hubbell's preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you've been involved in an automobile accident, you should do the same. At LGKG, we have been preeminently rated for over 40 years.
Right now, someone very special needs your help. This is Jack Lynn, CEO of City Rescue Mission. No one is beyond God's love and care. One person's life can affect another. Though you may never meet this person, you can make a difference in his or her life. Hurting men and women in our community desperately need food, shelter, and physical and spiritual care. Some are struggling with abuse and addiction. They feel alone, unloved, and forgotten. Individual, caring people provide their hope. You can help change the lives of men, women, and children. Visit cityrescuemission.org and help us today.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
That was awesome.
I love what I do because coming in every day is different.
How can you not enjoy these kids coming up and hugging you and giving you these great smiles all throughout the day?
Seeing the progress that our kids make every single day is one of the reasons I love coming to school.
What should we do? We have fun.
LCAP Early Learning Centers is hiring. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County and become a superhero today. Apply at lcap.org.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Looking for a unique way to expand your business? Advertise on the Lawrence County SportsNet and be seen by thousands of viewers in the area and around the country on over 100 broadcasts each year. Visit lcsportsnet.com and click Advertise with LCSN.
Back here in the post-game show, Eric Thomas, Lee Moe with you. Time now to take a look at our scoring recap. Brought to you by Gem Master Builders and Craftsman, family-owned and operated general contractors for 4 generations. Their extensive construction design capabilities and creative process allow us to help any project meet any challenge. Building our community for 70 years, visit gembuilders.com for more information. Final line score 3-4-3 for Newcastle, 11-11-1 for Western Beaver. One of the big stories in this game, too, that we didn't really talk about, 7 left on base for Newcastle here today. And, you know, if it plays out the way it does, that's 11-10 for your final. But, you know, that 7 left, and they had their opportunities in this game, and then it just got away from them in the 6th.
Yeah, but Gacki was was strong when she had to be strong. You know, used that changeup quite effectively. You know, she got in a little bit of trouble, but she was able to pitch out of Jamza all day long. He said Canes had their chances, but just couldn't come up with that big hit.
Yeah, certainly could not. Olivia Hood takes the loss today. 6 innings, 11 hits, 11 runs, 7 earned, 4 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Emma Bogacki was great. 7 innings pitched, 4 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned, 3 walks, and 11 strikeouts. She was also the big gun at the plate today for Western Beaver, going 3 for 4 with 3 runs and 3 RBI. And for Newcastle today, best offensive output that they had, 2 RBI for Olivia Hood, helped her own cause out once again. Was a big reason why they had run production, but just not enough.
Yeah, it's Olivia Hood with those 2 RBIs, but just couldn't get that big hit at the bottom of the order. Struggled a little bit today. Of course, the whole lineup did with those strikeouts where the Gacki's been thrown. But congratulations to Western Beaver, though. They're in the playoffs one week of May 13th. You can playoff pairings come out usually on the Thursday before they'll come out. So you can check that out.
They will make the postseason for Newcastle. A handful of games left in their non-conference portion, but they are eliminated from playoff contention, and they fall here today to 4-9 overall as Western Beaver ups its record to 5-6 overall. 3-7 in the section and 4-7 in the section for the respective teams.
Just remember though, this Newcastle team is very young. Only one senior in this team, so it's great experience for them this year. At least they had a chance to. You have that playing game, so you're going to learn from this and take it to next year.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely agree. They have a good shot to build on something here. Time now for our awards, our Maley Chiropractic play of the game. We're going to give it to the unassisted double play at third base. That was back in the 5th inning. Good job by Raquel Young there. That was a sharply hit line drive right to her, and then the runner had taken off to come home, late to get back. Young made a great play, tagged the runner out before she could get back to third, and that's going to be our Maley Chiropractic play of the game. So Maley Chiropractic is proud to present the play of the game award to Raquel Young of Newcastle. Maley Chiropractic and the Lawrence County SportsNet are proud to honor Raquel for this afternoon's play of the game. She'll receive a customized t-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of tonight's play of the game. Video of tonight's play of the game may also be featured on the Trib Live High School Sports Network's standout platform on X and Instagram. To view this afternoon's Maley Chiropractic play of the game and the full list of this season's top plays, go online to lcsportsnet.com and click on play of the game. Congratulations to Raquel for this afternoon's Maley Chiropractic play of the game. Let Maley Chiropractic keep you in the game. Our MVP Insurance MVP of the Game Award, look, we like to give it to an area player, but I don't know how you don't give it to Emma Bogacki today. She was fantastic. Got the win here this afternoon, 11 strikeouts, only allowed 4 hits, drove in 3, hit 2 home runs. Also had a single and scored 3 runs. I mean, that's a no-brainer to me.
When it's obvious, it's obvious. I mean, you have to do what you got to do, and I mean, credit to her, and they were all excited over there when I presented the shirt, and her eyes just like lit up, like, really, I'm the player of the game. It's like, yes, you are. You definitely deserve it. So MVP Insurance proud to present the MVP of the Game award to Emma Bugacki of the Western Beaver Golden Beavers. MVP Insurance and the Lawrence County SportsNet. They're proud to honor Emma as today's MVP of the game. She has received a customized T-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone recognition of being today's MVP of the game. You can view the full list, the long list of this year's game MVPs. Go online to lcsportsnet.com and click on MVP of the game. Congratulations, Emma Bugacki of the Western Beaver Golden Beavers for being named today's MVP of the game. MVP Insurance. Call MVP for the win.
What do you do if you're Newcastle? Now, obviously, you have a lot to build on, and you're going to have a couple games to get some of these younger players some more experience here.
Yeah, just you learn. You continue to learn. Every game is, without a doubt, you got a very experienced coach and 6-year coach, and Coach Lidak. I mean, she's going to be definitely pressing this team to try to get better for sure.
Congratulations to Western Beavers. They're going to be on to the postseason, and for Newcastle, they will get a chance to end the season on a high note here with a couple games left to go in the regular season. But they will have to sit out the WPIAL playoffs after losing here today 11-3 at home to Western Beaver. That'll do it for our coverage here this afternoon. Stay tuned to lcsportsnet.com. We'll have the full schedule for next week. We anticipate having one of those Mohawk Riverside showdowns for that section title for you. Not sure what exactly the schedule is going to be, but just keep it tuned to lcsportsnet.com, and we'll have the latest updates for you. Also, you can check out the X for info as well. The Lawrence County Sports Network X feed will have all the updated scheduling as well. Playoffs are right around the corner, so we hope you'll stick around for the conclusion of the regular season, and then on into the postseason. We'll follow the Lawrence County teams as far as we possibly can. That'll do it for us here this afternoon. For my partner Lee Moan, for our producer Rob, big thanks to Newcastle here for the setup, and we hope you enjoyed that one today. Western Beaver a winner today, 11-3. You've been watching the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.